My name is Kuchenga and I'm a writer and a freelance journalist. I participate in the queer scene in London mainly through activism these days. I started to get sober in 2014 and then I've managed to stay sober since 2015. And whereas before my life was really chaotic and destructive, filled with chemsex and chaos, since 2015 I've been more spiritually and politically active in the queer scene, and so yeah, I found myself enjoying giving back more in that way, basically. Yeah, I think joy, pleasure and passion is the foundation of social justice work and our collective liberation as queer people of colour. There's something really spiritual about dedicating yourself to the long-term work, as my sibling Joshua Allen says, that we are doing the work that our ancestors have called us to do. And I remember whenever I would have a low moment as a teenager, I'd be crying about, what the bullies had said or what some hater had said about my skin or my size or whatever, My mum always loved to say, we survived slavery. You have the cheek, you know what I mean, to be crying there because, Javi got kicked off Pop Idol or whatever shit and stuff. So, that really stuck with me. And, when I read The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James and realised how illustrious our rebellion has always been, as black people in the diaspora, I realised just how celebratory and how wonderful it is that we continue to survive and endure. No, not just survive, but thrive. That how, what we've got through and what we continue to give to the world in spite of the oppression that we face is really superbly miraculous, and very much a spiritual endeavour. What are the few things that okay, so I'm getting giggly now, isn't it, because I have to think about my body. The few things that I love about my body, it's I do love being bodacious, and in recent times, the pursuit for self-love and self-care have been particularly grounded and solidified by the fact that I have noticed that my body shape is very similar to ancient goddesses, like the Venus of Willendorf, and I think it's really special for me in letting go of Eurocentric beauty ideals and stuff, that I want to celebrate my loveliness and my shapeliness, and that and letting go of all the pain associated with strict dieting and eating disorders and everything, that it's about returning back to more bounteous and ebullient femininity that is just really foundational and just rooted in ancient times. The double-edged sword is that having a body like mine means that I am going through not quite post-colonial legacy akin to what the Hottentot Venus went through. And there's a really broad and necessary discourse, grounded in black feminism, about the way that black female bodies are treated in our society, at once repulsed and reviled and denigrated, and yet so coveted and it's a daily grind. When you from the time I leave my front door, I'm really aware of what my bodacious sexuality means in society, and how it's seen as dangerous and lascivious, and how my body obliterates any chance of people seeing my mind, and that there's an intellect inside of this body that deserves to be celebrated and listened to and magnified.